Okay, now we're going to show you how to do live Speechmap. So you have just measured your real ear to coupler difference, and that allows the Verifit to create accurate targets for amplification for your patient. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this RECD transducer and you're going to take it out of the tubing. So you're left with that. And in its place, you're going to put the hearing aid that you are testing. So we've already got it plugged into the Phonak software so that we can adjust it as we go. So we're going to attach it right in here. Just like so. Hang it over her ear. So now we're all attached. We've still got the probe tube in the ear and the rest of the probe microphone hanging over her ear. So what we're going to do, I'm going to unmute it on the computer. Sorry, it's a little loud. And we're going to come over here. I've already put her audiometry in as 40 dB flat loss. And I'm going to get nice and close here. And I'm going to come right here and push the number 1. And it's going to come up and it's going to start producing soft speech. And up here you can see that you've got the green targets. These are the targets that the Verifit has created for Amy based on her hearing loss and her real ear to coupler difference. This green line up here is the average amplification. And I'm going to push continue and just let it go. So as you can see, you've got your dark green middle line right in the middle here, and then you've got a top line and a bottom line. This whole area right here is known as the long-term average speech spectrum, or LTAS. This middle line, you really want it to pass straight through these green targets. Green line through the green targets, these crosses. So as you can see, everything is a little too loud for Amy, which I'm sure she would tell you it's really loud right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the software and we're going to go down by quite a bit. And we're going to run it again. So I'm going to push the number 1 again and it's going to start over.
Next to the eye, the ear is the most important of all man's sense organs. Hearing is an important function of the ear because it permits man, through speech, to exchange his ideas and opinions with other persons.
So that looks pretty good. It's still maybe a little bit loud, but as you can see on the side here, it dips. This is because sound recover is turned on this hearing aid. If you were to go in and turn it off, this would come up as well and probably meet those targets pretty well. But as you can see, it's pretty close. If I was fitting this to a patient, I might turn it down 1 more in this area, but overall it looks pretty good. So then you're going to want to run your other intensities. So here is average.
Next to the eye, the ear is the most important of all man's sense organs. Hearing is an important function of the ear because it permits man, through speech, to exchange his ideas and opinions with other persons.
Okay, and as you can see, that is actually a little too loud. Your average input is being amplified a little bit too much, and I think if I did the loud, it would do the same. So if I was fitting this to a patient, I would go over to my software and I would turn down average and loud inputs. And I bet that if you were to measure maximum power output, that those would also be a little too high. So I would go down, I'd turn all of that down, and hopefully it would match everything. One thing I want to point out before I kind of stop is that you can see Amy is about maybe 2 or 3 feet from the Verifit. You really want them pretty close, and you want their nose pointed right at the speaker the whole time, just in order to get a good signal to that hearing aid. And that's all.